of application. Alexander Graham Bell took 75 years to have phones to be reached to 50 million users. But if you look at the list, the one at the bottom, Angry Birds actually took 35 days for it to hit 50 million. All right? This is another great example. I'm a victim myself. I played Pokemon Go when it was really a big, big fashion. Within just 2 months, this augmented reality video game, Pokemon Go, was downloaded 500 million times globally. And the best thing about it is after 90 days, this app had generated $600 million in revenue, right? And see how innovations is transforming towards entrepreneurship and it's really generating profits and revenues to the company. I want to bring it to the context of Malaysia, given that it's appropriate for me to share some data and some stats, what's happening in Malaysia itself, but we're still within the context of entrepreneurship. From internet user standpoint, we are pretty active actually. 70% of Malaysians are active internet users. 18 million are active social media users, and people like me who carry 2-3 phones, right? There are 43.43 million mobile users, which is 143% penetration. So I'm sure that some of you guys are as crazy as me who carries multiple mobile devices. But what's interesting actually, I'm going to give you an example of the one on the left. Facebook. This is really funny actually. It's either that we are really friendly or we really have lots of friends, or we just simply click those people who look beautiful and pretty and make them friends of yours, right? Malaysia has 18 million users of Facebook, 60% more friends than global average, right? But on the right side, this is really a reflection of social media connectivity in Malaysia. On the right side, Uber, as we're speaking about entrepreneurship and monetization, it took Uber only 2 years in Malaysia, right, to have registered more than 160,000 Uber drivers. It took, since maybe since independence, I do not know when, taxi drivers were registered. 500,000, there are 500,000 taxi drivers in Malaysia right now, but it could have been accumulated over the last 60 years. And the best thing about it, as I said, Uber has achieved this within 2 years. You see the different shift of landscape in innovation and how it has impacted the way we work, we live, we play, and most importantly, the way we spend our economy. Which brings to slide what MDEC is all about, right? As I said earlier, we are Malaysian Digital Economy Corporations. We have 4 charters. First one is still very important, which is driving investment. I think some of you are probably very familiar with MSC. There is one MSC building in Ipoh called Meru Jaya, right? We do this and we've generated more than 300 billion ringgit worth of investment to the country. Second one is, I think in the spirit of today's discussions, which is entrepreneurship. We work and create initiatives and programs in building local tech champions. And to do that, we have to go and catalyze digital innovation ecosystems. And last but not least is, how do we propagate digital inclusivity? As a government agency, we do have KPIs as well. We are tracked by our contribution, the country's contributions of digital economy to the GDP. Currently we're at 17.8%, and we're targeting to hit 20% by year 2020. So we believe that in order for us to drive digital ecosystems, this is what we believe actually, strategic catalysts. The first one is catalyzing communities, right? And I'm going to give credits to Magic actually. Magic has done a great job in building communities, in having peers, in having startups, companies to be in one single location. Because when you are within close proximity of friends, right? It breeds better creativity. Second one is risk capital funding. Like any other entrepreneurs, and Prof mentioned about capital actually. And that's extremely crucial as well on how there would be opportunities and accessibilities for these companies to be getting capital. Connectivity, that's crucial, right? In today's world of digital, without connectivity, without broadband, it will not exist. Talent development is extremely important to ensure that there's strong enough funnel of talents, of the right high-skill talents into the workforce. And last but not least, the role of government in playing, as a regulator, building framework to go and accelerate digital economy in Malaysia. Right? I've got three more slides actually. These are some examples of what we're doing at MDAC. This is really